Good morning, welcome to Headline Focus, here live on Core Politics with me, Rob Double. It is Wednesday, the 18th of October 2017. Let's have a look at what's making the news. So to start off with, let's have a look at the Mirror newspaper, which is warning of what they're calling a pension time bomb. They're reporting that 15 million workers in the UK, that's a third of all workers in the UK roughly, are not paying into any kind of pension. Now that's under research by the Financial Conduct Authority. Why is that important? Well, the reason why that's a time bomb is because they're saying that many people, owing to not having a pension, having a provision for their old age, may be forced to work past 80 years of age, 75 years of age. And that obviously for them is saying they will be having to work until they drop. That's quite an interesting story. Pick up a Mirror if you're very interested in that. Next up in the Times, motorway cleanup. As you can see there, highways chiefs have been told to reduce the time taken to reopen motorways after accidents because of research which shows that traffic jams are costing the economy £9 billion a year. So that's a significant number, and indeed that has been rising in recent years according to these reports. This is after a spate of road closures, in fact, that left drivers on tailbacks for up to 8 hours. So incredibly significant. Proposals by Transport Minister Jessie Norman says slip roads could be used as contraflows to clear motorways of vehicles after closures. That's just one suggestion. There are many more. Have a look at the Times front page if you're interested in reading more of that. Let's look in focus then at the main story, which for once isn't to do with Theresa May or Brexit, but of something rather more serious and significant, one could argue, which is regarding the UK terror threat. Now, the head of MI5, Andrew Parker, has given a television interview, which is incredibly rare for someone in his position, but he's used it to say that Britain is facing the most severe terror threat ever. No qualms about that. He's saying the UK has seen a dramatic upshift in the threat from Islamist terrorism this year, obviously quoting what's happened in the UK with regards to terror attacks in recent months in Westminster and London Bridge and Borough and places like that, and of course in Manchester as well. Let's have a look at the Daily Mail, though. MI5 chief tells web giants stop aiding the terrorists. Now, this has been a running theme of this government, and indeed the government before the coalition government of 2010 to 2015, of how government can deal with regulating web giants whose systems, whose platforms are being used by terrorist organisations or individuals to help plan and orchestrate terror attacks, particularly when that software is encrypted, for example. So services such as WhatsApp, which has end-to-end encryption, which makes it relatively difficult for security services to intercept communication and possibly terror attacks in the planning. That's a very, very interesting story. Andrew Parker saying that threat, referring to Islamist terrorism, is multidimensional, evolving rapidly and operating at a scale and pace we've never seen before. Let's have a look then at one more story. This comes from The Telegraph. UK threat to city risks new crisis. Now, this is a warning from a leading city figure, Ben Wright, which says the global economy will suffer if London is stripped of financial roles after Brexit. Now, he's referring specifically to three roles: the UK financial services role, global financial services role, and EU financial services role. Basically saying that the UK and global financial centre, which the city is, will largely be unaffected by Brexit, he thinks, and in fact could actually be enhanced if there are a number of free trade arrangements made after Brexit. But the role of the city as the EU financial centre could very much be under risk, as approximately half of EU business requires some form of passporting, which he says would not be applicable in the event of a no deal, or otherwise known as a hard Brexit. That's pretty much it for today. You're up to date. Don't forget you can find all the latest on what we're doing here on Core Politics on our Facebook page and on Twitter right here. But from me and all the team here at Core London, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday.